no real excuses. These things come up. You book things, you forget about them. And unfortunately, it's happened again this week. Happened previously when I had a Ross Noble gig, and I've let the boys down twice in 5 podcasts. It's not good enough for me. On the plus side, I think the American Psycho theatre production is supposed to be nothing short of amazing. So I'm looking forward to that, sitting down, having a few vinos. Whilst I'm apologising, I'd like to issue a formal apology to Phoenix for the abuse and foul language and from last week. It wasn't called for, and I was under the influence of quite a lot of alcohol. The boys on the podcast will probably tell you that it's completely out of character. It's not like me at all to do that sort of thing. So, sorry boys, apologies. Look, enjoy the podcast, boys, and I'll catch up with you next week.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Who Wants to Be a Gorilla on Air, the official podcast of Glebe Gorillas FC, an amateur team based in Sydney. I'm joined once again by my co-commentator Naz. How you doing?
Very good, mate. Good to be back. A few weeks off. Missed it a lot. So, good to be here.
Jimmy?
Yeah, buzzing for this one.
And our special guest today, we have 2 Welsh wizards. We have Crystal Geth and Mitchell Williams. Boys, how are you both doing?
Yeah, great. Thanks for having me. Big fan of the show.
Good evening. Pleased to be on. Looking forward to it.
It's just going to be us laughing for the whole episode.
So for those who don't know, Mitch is a big legend in the local football scene. He runs a team called Headbangers FC, who are a Dunbar team officially, but unofficially, perhaps the most mental team for this season. Mitch and Geth, great to have you both on. And also, by the way, Geth is the official sponsor of this team. He's the man with the money. He's the Abramovich, some would say, of this particular team. Mitch, Headbangers, talk us through it, the history behind it and your role in the team.
Lads, the Headbangers is a team which began last year. I was number 2 to Murph for a little while. I was filling up the water bottles and I thought, I can do it. I can step up. So I've been putting the cones out now. The team that put it together was a bunch of recruiters, and I've never seen so many foul throws in my life to begin with last year. So we had to introduce a fine. The foul throw fine includes $5 and a shot of Fireball. Fireballs, the share price is going up and up and up. Foul throws consistently last year, so the second year now, second season syndrome, but in a good way. So we're not going down, and we're in the cup. We're in the cup quarterfinals.
Do you want to just quickly name and shame the worst foul throw artist in the team, or you got one person who in particular has got a very good, a very horrendous foul throw?
So we had a few. Chris English last year, he had to retire due to a calf injury, self-diagnosed. He was the number 2 this year. He hasn't been to any games, but he's a great lad, young Crispy. So he retired on a foul throw, and his legacy's living on with Ollie Burns, Spicy B, Waterman, great hairdresser if you need an haircut. Can't take a throw in to save his life. We've been practicing and training, but he's starting to get better now. So we've introduced a fine if he does a legitimate throw, he gets a fireball now, because it was just costing him too much money.
It goes to me. He's cutting my hair the other day. Turbo Shagger Fades. That's his slogan.
Yeah, that's the one.
He's like, you know what, Jimmy? I don't know why I do an accent. It's probably exactly the same. He's literally went to the same primary school, but he goes to me. I just didn't realise you've got to release it here, haven't you? Not down here. I was like, yeah, mate. Yeah. Typical City fan. Do you know what I mean? They've only been around for 5 years. He's only known football for 5 years. So.
Yeah, he's good to have around the squad though. Big morale booster, and we chucked him in centre mid. CDM, the white Makalele. He was unbelievable. Second half, mopped up. We did.
To be fair, I should probably invest in some kind of training material. I'm sure there must be some YouTube videos I can put a couple $100 in, like get the whole boys on that course.
Get your hands in your pocket, Mr. Rono.
The Winston Wolf Soccer School.
It's taking a long time to get a return on investment on this. Like the first few games of the season, they were getting draws, they're getting losses. I'm like, I'm not having this. I've had to fly down. So it was great finally coming down and seeing them get a 6-3 victory, finally showing the spirit of the Wolf there. And I'm like, come on, boys, that's what we're after.
I have got some bad news about that 6-3 victory, Geth. So I had a player who'd only played 2 games for the Prems and Resis, and he said, I'm not in the squad this week, so I can play for you if you want. So I was like, yeah, Skunk, come and have a game for us then.
Skunk.
Skunky, yeah, his name's Jamie Skunk. So
His name's Jamie Skunk.
yeah,
His surname is Skunk.
no. His nickname is the Skunk. He doesn't smell. I've never asked him actually why is he called the Skunk.
Yeah,
But it's just one of those we go, all right, yeah, Skunky, yeah. So
Might be like a Pepe Le Pew reference
Oh,
there.
it's all black and white to him. It's all black and white.
he's a good lad. He's a Welsh boy as well. He's from the Turkland, Llanelli.
Can I hear Scarlets?
That's it. But don't get carried away, Geff. We'll be
No,
speaking
no,
Welsh
I'm
now.
an Osprey fan, definitely not. You're trying to Scarlets.
But anyway, young Skunk, he played for us. 6-3, bit of a thriller. 2 red cards. Definitely first on match of the day we were.
Oh, hell of a game.
And then it's come out that the Skunk, you can't play down after playing for the Resis. You can't play down no matter how many games. And I had a few lads last year who played for us, and then they played up a few times. But once they play 3 times, they can't go back down.
Yeah.
So I've completely ballsed it up, and I'll take it on the chin. It's a big fine. It's a big fine going into the pot, $50. So that's 10 foul throws.
Chairman.
And you got about $2,000 for the end of season 2 already, haven't you?
Yes, up to $2,600, and we're only a third through the season.
Which begs the question, why do you need the sponsorship? And at this point, let me bring in the man himself, Crystal Geth, which I'm assuming is not your official name.
It's not my birth name.
Not
no.
your birth
It's not your government name.
But Crystal Geth, how did you get involved with the Headbangers, and what goes behind being the main sponsor of this prestigious team?
To be fair, like I've got no idea how I've done this. It was like, I think I was down last time a few weeks ago, and Mitch was just like called up and said, by the way, we're kind of looking for a sponsor. I don't suppose Winston Wolf fancies sponsoring. I'm like, yeah, nah, don't be silly. And the more I kind of thought about it, I'd had a few beers. I was like, fuck it, it'd be a good laugh, wouldn't it? Like, putting my fucking brand name on those shirts. I don't know if it's really a good return on investment sponsorship wise for like a small recruiter on my own doing this, but I was like, yeah, it's great crack.
Well, give us a shout out. What is come on? What's the
What's the
sponsorship?
Winston Wolf?
Well, Winston Wolf is just, I'm a recruitment agency. Like last year, just somehow ended up setting up a company while I was looking for jobs up in Queensland, because Tourism Australia reached out to me, like a good contact I had there, needed help with some digital roles, couldn't fill it for a while, and I was like, tell you what, I can fill this bloody thing on my own just using LinkedIn. So bashed in a couple of roles, put in a bit more money. I was like, I'll keep going towards this now. But it was gone to the point, I was like, I had the jobs on, made the money, and I'm like, I'm going to have to set up a company name here. I'm going to have to set up a business to invoice them. I had no idea what I was going to call myself. And I was like asking people, like, what the hell do I call this business?
It's unbelievable.
So I looked down at my ankle. I'm like, there's a tattoo there. It's like Winston Wolf. And I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a decent name. There's going to be these people in a meeting say, what are we going to, who we got recruiting on this? Michael Page, Hayes, Winston Wolf. It's like,
Go with the Wolf.
let me know
the
when
problem solver.
The Wolf of Brisbane.
What roles were you recruiting for Tourism Australia? What digital roles?
they were kind of digital production, like Martech, marketing technology
Oh
kind of stuff.
yeah, we'll take this offline, me and you, not a problem. Take this offline, me and you. I could do with a few contacts out of Tourism Australia.
You know when it comes up, so LinkedIn is like Sky Sports News, isn't it, for recruiters and businesses? Comes up, Geffen Davis, Winston Wolf. It's just signed. Breaking news. The yellow bar, the ticker's going. The office gossip is going round. Geff just signed for Winston Wolf. He's just signed for Winston Wolf. Undisclosed fee is going on, and you think, what a moment this is. So yeah, everyone's tuned in, and he was talking to the office, and yeah, fair play, Winston Wolf. He's on a shirt, and it's a cracking kit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's decent. Yeah, it's looking good. It's a good old logo. I had no idea what I was doing in that. I ended up finding some little bloke in Sri Lanka who sorted out a logo for me for 15 euros. I was like, class, brilliant.
Is it a wolf by any chance?
Why are you going fucking Sri Lanka, by the way, when Bangladesh clearly does the best embroidery in the world? It makes all the fucking jeans and t-shirts in the world, and you've gone Sri Lanka. That's a piss take.
Obviously, I didn't have a contact at the time. We didn't know each other back then.
You give me some Tourism Australia digital marketing people. I'll give you some
contacts
wonderful
in Bangladesh.
sweatshops. That's not a problem.
He'll sort you out now.
We don't.
Yeah, no, I pay them a fair rate. They're definitely above minimum wage for Sri Lanka fees. So
Well, and also, Geff, you mentioned this before, but you've flown in exclusively You've flown down from Brisbane for this pod. We are honoured to have you on here.
That's outstanding, that.
What a commitment.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Well, like I said, big fan of the show. Like, you know, this opportunity doesn't come around very often. You got to take it with both hands. So, you know, I was like, did what I could to make it happen. But it was a bit of a surprise last night when Mitch was fast asleep when I was supposed to be crashing at his place. He's like, "Oh, you staying with me?" It was like, "We've gone over this on Friday."
I didn't have a clue. Have you tried those mimosas before? They're 2 standard drinks, and it's about half the size of a 1 standard drink normally. So it's neck and them at period end. Not my end of period, it's the end of period. In work. So for those out there who don't work at Hayes, the end of period every 4 weeks, unlimited drinks for 2 hours. Get on the
It's
most.
definitely not unlimited.
Yeah. Geth's been, and then Geth, he texted me last night. "Hey mate, just let you know, I'm just boarding the flight. I'll be in Sydney about 10:30. I said, "All right, mate, no worries. Have a good night. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow." I thought he's just so excited for the podcast. He's going to drop me a message. So, and he goes, and then I put my phone on moon mode so you don't get,
Moon mode.
Moon mode. Yeah, you swipe it up and it doesn't.
It's class. It doesn't disturb you. You got to sleep. Good night's sleep. No messages. Brilliant.
I used to recruit cleaners, and they call it all sorts of hours in the evening shift. So moon mode, no one's disturbing you. And seen I didn't see my phone because I was laying in bed. It was about 11 o'clock sleeping, and then that's the door. Oh, always ring. Yeah, always.
It's a good noise.
I always ring Ollie
Battery's
Bond.
going.
Oh yeah, Ollie Bond's house. It gets tanked. It's like getting egged on Halloween. Every time I walk past, I ring his doorbell, no matter what time in the morning. Thought he's getting me back. Yeah, it starts ringing again. Check the phone. What time is it? Crystal Geth. I'm outside, mate. I'm outside. So let you in, yeah?
Yeah, I know. It was just deja vu. It was like time that Valentine fella was crashing at ours when he just moved into the place. Fucking had my keys, let him borrow my room, and then no sign of him. Coming back from Fred with my snowboard, couldn't get anywhere. My phone was completely fucked, couldn't do anything. I was just locked out. Like it was like close to midnight. Finally, luckily, I knew the bouncer at Tees as we were locking up. Put my phone on charge for a half hour, just turned it back on.
Be you walking around with your snowboard?
I was walking around with my
junction,
snowboard on the junction. I was going to have to sleep outside the flat or something. I was like, oh, it's fine. You know, at least I had my snowboard gear, so it was a bit warm.
The best part about that, though, wasn't it? So you put your phone, you've got one of those flip phones, you keep your ID in there, you put your phone on charge, and then the bouncer's changed over in the tea gardens, and then he went to the front door and he said, "Have you got ID, mate?" And he said, "My phone's on charge in the bar, so you can't come in." So you stuck outside with no phone, no keys,
snowboard and all my gear.
Snowboard.
In
Van Dyke Junction.
Valentine is a bloke from California, deep sea fisherman. I met him in Thailand. He was on drinking a bottle of Hong Kong whiskey every day, 3 mushroom shakes.
Them, aren't they?
Oh, unreal.
They are not.
He used to walk with a limp when he was sober, and then he'd do a bottle of Hong Kong. He was doing hopscotch. He was running around the place. He's unreal.
Signing for the Headbangers, I
You
think.
should get him in. He could take a throw in. He was a rugby boy. And he said to Geth, "You can count on me. I'll be there, mate. You can count on me."
Definitely could not count on that fella, no.
He didn't turn up till the Wednesday.
Yeah, I
with
know.
Geth's keys. Sorry, mate. They've been in a party.
Yeah.
Sunday to Wednesday. No.
I was pissed off to begin with. Then I was just worried about the guy. I was like, "Fucking, I haven't heard about him. What's happened to the guy?" I was concerned. But like, I was messaging him. And you say, "Oh yeah, no, I've met this bird. Oh yeah, I should be back." I was like, "What do you mean should be back? You've got my keys, mate. Like, you're staying in a place for free." He's like, "What do you mean should be back? Like, come on, what are you on about?"
You met him though, didn't you? So he was in your bathroom having a shave.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
didn't know. He walked in. He went, "All right, mate. He's there having a shave. He's using your razor. All right, mate."
And the room was humming. We just moved into this joint, so we'd been freshly cleaned. It was nice and fresh.
Yeah.
He just moved in before we'd even moved into the place, and it was stinking.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like this guy's just come off a trawler boat for the last 3 months or something. It was humming.
Yeah, he was-
absolutely humming.
He flew in with Scoot Air. Do you know Scoot Air? Scoot Air. You just about get a seatbelt on Scoot Air.
Singapore Airlines.
Yeah, it's unreal. So Scoot Air, he went from somewhere in Asia to Sydney. He's a big bloke as well, when he's 6 foot
He's
4,
not
big
small.
lump.
He was not small.
He had proper baggy jeans on, like the skater boy ones. And when it rains in Sydney, it pours, doesn't it? And his feet have been dragging all through the rain. He's taken them off after Scoot Air, 18 hours on there. And it stank
Those
the
really
place
meek,
up.
skinny little Asian people as
Yeah.
well on Scoot Air, and then you got that man.
And he used to call himself the Wild Turkey.
Yeah, that's the one. Wild turkey, yeah.
She never invited him. I thought,
Why? Do you know?
I mean,
he just said, "I'm coming to Australia." I said, "You know what, mate? I know how expensive accommodation is. So just let me
to
know.
Geth.
Yeah, just whenever you come in, just let me know. You can stay on the sofa for a bit.
Oh, wait, his nickname was Wild Turkey.
The Wild Turkey. Have a look at him. He's on Instagram. The Wild Turkey 7.
That's a red flag, isn't it? The Wild Turkey.
Yeah.
To be fair, you know a few characters. He's up there with that Roald Dahl fella we had in Kyoto.
You remember him, didn't he? Yeah, the doll.
Roll down.
The doll. Yeah, met him in the Philippines, and again, he's the only man I seen. He got refused service on the unlimited booze cruise before getting on the booze cruise, and then he nicked the bottle of. So in the Philippines, they do bottles of rum, but they look like bottles of petrol, don't they? And he just said, it's a bottle of petrol for my moped, and then he's necking this Hong Kong whiskey. And the poor lad, he just used to get steaming. He lived in Hong Kong, and then we bumped into him crossing the road in Kyoto in Japan.
Before you met us.
Because you bumped into him. You're like, I'm going to catch up with George and Jimmy, and like Roald Dahl's name is actually George. So the randomness of it was ridiculous. And I was like, look, Mitch, I need a little bit of alone time. We've been hanging on together for a long time. I just need to kind of change the oil. Like, I need a bit of a service. So I had a bit of alone time. I had a little bit of alone time in the hostel. The next thing you know, this guy's like, how you going? I'm George. I'm like, I was expecting George Arnold, not this guy. I was like, yeah, all right, how are you going? And I was like, yeah, and it was an experience.
That hostel, by the way, with George that night.
Oh, that was brilliant.
I come back to the hostel, and there's said, listen, you George's friend? I was like, yeah, why? What's happened? They said, police want to talk to him. Go upstairs. There's a police officer waiting outside George's room while he slept. I was like, oh God, go in, speak to George. I'm like, mate, the police are waiting. The police are waiting for you. Something had gone on the night before. Anyway, they wanted to see if George wanted to press charges because someone had gone up to him, but George had just put the nut on him. This little Japanese lad gone ass over tit. And they wanted to see if he wanted to press charges. George was like, let's fucking go. I was like, it's Japan, we'll get caught. Like, they're good.
You and George rolling around like inconspicuous.
They're good, and they come up to us and like, listen, no, do you want to check if he wants to press charges? I was like, nah. He don't. He's fine. He's good. He's just happy that it's not him getting charged.
It was one hell of a night. That was like rocking up with. We took over that karaoke joint with all those bloody yellow umbrellas and stuff that we managed to pick up. But like when you messaged me in the morning, it's like, Geth, can you come help us out? Yeah, got the police here. I was like, I'm in the middle of something here as well. Like we were getting chucked out of the hostel. I think at the time, like the hostel owner was showing me the CCTV footage of the night before. He was there. His issue was like, no. His issue was like, no. It was like it was Roald Dahl. He was the one that was pulling on the grip, which is the reason we get chucked out. And I was just like, well, yeah, that's me. That's me washing up the dishes, giving up the water to that person, and putting the blanket on my mate. And then she was like, it doesn't matter, you're getting chucked out anyway. I was like, fair enough, we're going to Osaka.
The Dahl, he stayed there legally. He cleaned out all the alcohol fridges, which wasn't his alcohol. He drank everything.
George's Marvellous Medicine. That's a bit of a Roald Dahl reference for those.
There we go.
That's why he's the lead host, guys.
He is.
God. Topical jokes.
Root dog.
Well, talking of hosts, and for those regular listeners who know our regular co-hosts, you'll notice that one man is missing. We heard his intro at the beginning of the pod, and that's Tucky. He's let us down once again. This is his second pod out of 5. He's not made it. It's just disappointing. He's let us down to watch American Psycho the musical, which, by the way, probably sounds unbelievable.
It probably is class.
Boys, thoughts on Tucky?
Yeah, but what happened is he's called me straight away because like he messaged in the group being like, lads, I've had a shocker. He's like, I'm fucking booked American Psycho. And then I've put in the group, don't worry about it, mate, mistakes happen. And he's called me straight away because he's like, you fucking love this, don't you? I'm like, no, mate, it happens,
the
man.
backlash.
He's trying to tell us he's going to see a musical, right? An opera, the fucking Tory. Yeah. And then also on top of that, he's put apologies in there to Phoenix as well. Like, I'm sorry, lads. I'm so sorry.
Apologise. They'll be laughing their heads off.
They'll be thinking, what a melt. Apologising.
Tory keeper.
I bet they're buzzing for the first corner. They're just going to swing it straight on his head, don't they?
I'm sorry, bruv. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you, bruv.
Every week I say that he doesn't deserve man of the match because, like, for one reason or another, I hate giving him. in terms of footballing standard, he's been amazing the last few games, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of like this here today, what a shit house! What a complete shit house!
We're still in his house, by the way.
I mean, hell of a host. Like,
Yeah. We're still in his house.
Yeah, still give
Mitch-
Roop the call and that to go training.
You can have the car, lads. Take it out. Have my bed if you want. Let's just look after it.
Anyway, I'm ready for another beer. So,
Oh, wait there a second. Me and Geth actually brought some special beers.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
What have we got, Geth?
We have a reminiscent for our time in Japan. I think we got the old Zero Strongs.
oh no.
The old 9%ers.
wow.
9%.
Yeah,
they
9%.
are rocket fuel.
Now,
Big day tomorrow, lads.
I must admit, I've never heard of the Zero Strong.
Oh, they're dangerous.
Or Strong Zero. Can someone give me...
They sound light.
They're anything but.
It's like Fanta Lemon.
I'm looking at the can. Yeah, it looks like a Fanta Lemon.
With about 17 shots of vodka in it.
Wow.
It goes down like a spaz on stilts. That's fantastic. It
It's good.
Well,
It's good
this
stuff.
looks sense. It looks like a little can, doesn't it? It looks
They are
sensational.
dangerous.
Let's
This
sort
thing
them
is
out. Let's have
absolute
a-
rocket fuel.
Let's have a team toast.
Let's all crack it open.
5-a-side.
Have a Strong Zero.
There's 2 in the fridge
Yeah,
for Tucky.
cheers, lads.
Cheers. Cheers, lads.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you could drink loads of them. Like,
It's-
I mean, until
it-
you're on your arse.
It's
Yeah.
dangerous. It's dangerous. I think I must have thrown up about 8 times after the game of Wales Uruguay in Fukuoka. Jesus Christ.
Fuck
in
walker.
where? In
Sounds like a Welsh
where?
swear word. Walker, walker.
George was on these when we went to. We only went to one game when we was over there in Japan.
Oh, in Kobe, was it?
Yeah, and George goes to us about must be about 60 minutes in, steaming. He goes, "What colour are we?"
Thing is,
Colour we playing in.
Because they don't taste that strong, like, and they're just, they're lethal.
They're dangerous. And just a quick shout out. This is the first time we've actually not drank our official sponsored beer.
Correct.
Rocks Brewing Co. So check out Rocks Brewing Co., our official sponsor. Take yourself down there, try out one of their beers.
I was actually in a sushi place in Alexandria the other day. Very good one. Sushi Jones, if no one's ever been, get yourself down there. Rocks beers in the fridge. Wasn't
Oh,
there?
yeah.
I was like, I know them.
They must
I know
listen to
them.
the pod.
Yeah.
I reckon they've
Well,
the promotions.
Well, the thing is, now that I've drank Zero Strong, and I try and go back to beers after this, it's gonna taste like piss.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, you won't be
Whatever
saying
I
saying that tomorrow.
They were selling them everywhere in Japan, like in the stadiums. And it was cheaper
7-Elevens.
than the beers. And even though it's double the percentage, it was...
They're dangerous.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You ever had soju?
Good for a hangover.
You know,
Hungover.
you ever had
Oh.
soju?
Soju. No.
You get them in like the Korean barbecues and like sushi places and that.
Are they good?
Oh, it's the same as that, really.
What,
It's
in
like
Japan?
In Japan
Oh,
and
in
Korea and that.
yeah,
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 but
yeah.
like but they taste like that anyway.
Just eating egg sandwiches, to be honest, in Japan. It was the Lawson's egg sandwiches.
They are
The
banging.
just like the local supermarket or local 7-Eleven or
Yeah.
whatever, you go in and the food is unreal. You get fried chicken. You get,
So cheap. I'm like, I'll have that. Yeah.
It's like the contrast, because I went from Japan to China, and my God, the contrast in food was another bloody level. It was just like, China's food is shit, and hospitality, and that's so note is horrendous.
it's not known for its food, China, is it?
Definitely not. But Japan,
Or it's
Jesus
hospitality,
God,
actually,
it's
to be
so
fair.
good. Yeah.
This has become a travel pod, isn't it?
I'll do that.
International, but look, we're trying to
Gorillas-
grow. We're
Gorillas
trying to get
on
new
air.
listeners. Yeah.
Ah, flight.
You know?
Oh, got a bit of a story about a flight company. So there's a company called FastJet.
There's your first mistake.
Yeah, I just joined Hayes in London. Didn't really know many people. My brother worked there, so was just trying to get in with the crowd. And then my brother goes, there's a few of us, we're going to put $1,000 into this company called FastJet. Stelios from EasyJet owns it. And it's an African
First
budget
mistake.
airline.
Shut up.
So the
There's
guy-
so many red flags.
Yeah, the guy was from Crawley, who was my brother's mate, and Crawley's near Gatwick Airport, and his friend from school was a pilot. And he was a pilot, and he just joined FastJet. He said, mate, I've just joined FastJet, gave money in this company. It's literally going to take off. It's going to take off. So,
Literally.
so anyway, so we put $1,000 in, 6 of us each. So $6,000 in. Here we go. So then it comes to it. 4 weeks later, he goes, get your money out of this. his company's terrible. I've just left. Take your money out now. One guy, it went up 1,200. So we're like looking at it. Oh yes, we're in. Yeah, we're in. We're £200 up already. Let's just say that was the peak of it. And it's if you have a look at it, and we'd always click on news, Fastjet news, Fastjet nearing liquidation. But recently, it's just opened up 2 flights to Zimbabwe.
Oh yeah.
My shares are worth about £9.22 now from the grand. But it was a great experience.
So will Headbangers be we'll have a pre-season tour in Zimbabwe? Is that going to happen? Is that on the card?
We can't fly there now. The airlines are gone bust.
Geth, we'll get Geth to sponsor
the
Winston Wolf seatbelt.
I was just about to say you've got the short straw there because it was Winston Wolf or it was Fastjet, and you've managed to sneak in on this once in a lifetime opportunity.
He did text me to say, to be honest, mate, I don't think it's going to make me any money, but I'll do it. Yeah. I said, all right, where do I sign? Yeah. And then he said, they haven't sent me an invoice yet. He's chasing me to pay. I was like, this is brilliant.
Yeah, like they send me all these documents. I'm like, am I supposed to pay for this or what? Like, I'm still hoping for a shirt. I still haven't got a shirt, by the way. I'm hoping to frame that.
Ollie Burns is wearing it. That's why.
Yeah, we had to take in additional recruits. We started off a bit shaky. He's having like 6-7 subs, and I've kind of looked at it now where we've got to pick the best team every week to win the games, and we're starting to win. It's hard. It's hard.
Well, let's bring it back to football. As much as this, we're talking about a lot of stuff. This is actually a football podcast for those who don't know. And recently, the Headbangers actually played Glebe Gorillas FC. You played our all-age 3 team, all-age twos,
yeah,
and got a win. Talk us through it.
Yeah, so we turned up. We've seen Big Jack Walker, the target man up front. Great lad.
Can't believe Jack's playing up front for them.
Tank ass.
He's good, but
you can't get through him. He's good. He's got some good touch.
Big head on him.
He's not got much pace on him. Yeah, he has got a big head. He's got a big spud. He has.
Jono, isn't he?
Yeah. he did a little chip over the top. Fast striker on the wing. Defenders don't like defending against pace. Gorillas went 1-0 up. Me thinking, oh no, here
Did
we
go
go.
1-0? Yeah.
Yeah, the Gorillas, the GGs went 1-0 up. Me think, whoa, not looking forward to this podcast next week. Not looking forward to this. A quick goal by Dan Postlethwaite, long range, 30-yarder, ex-Gorilla as well. By the way, respectable. Didn't celebrate. Yeah. Reece Burton was on the side, who he used to manage.
Wasn't he kissing the badge?
No. And he soon came off injured, didn't he? He thought, my job's done, yeah. I'm not doing a foul throw because he plays full back. I went, get me off. My job's, I've scored. And we ran out comfortable winners. Again, another ex-Gorilla, Dave Lines. He's the fox in the box. I don't know how old he is now. He's getting on.
He's a legend, though. Living legend.
Yeah. Give him the ball and he will score. He lives on the borderline of being offside, but he's always in that box. He'll never run back.
So
that's what he won, though, didn't he? Yeah, he won his strikers to be in the box. And a big 4-1 victory in the end. So happy days for the Headbangers, and now Geth back in town for the bottom of the table clash versus UNSW.
Yeah, well, I've got 100% record watching the game, so yeah, hopefully to keep that record alive.
Yeah, come on, up the Headbangers.
Impressing the sponsor on the side, like, come on, lads.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you take the angle of, like, when you're down? Do you take the angle of, like, coming down and actually getting involved, like, getting in the dressing room?
You give the team
shit,
talk, yeah.
and you're fucking shit, and I'm going to sell you tomorrow if you don't stop performing.
Is that Leicester's owner hugging them all?
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a Leicester than a Glacier on that front, definitely.
Fucking hell, you couldn't be.
Have you seen the QPR documentary?
No.
Yeah.
The QPR one.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is it more like the QPR where he comes in, Briatore, where he starts coming in and like...
Pick this team. Pick this guy up front. He's like, no, he hasn't scored in 20 games. Put him on, striker. I want him striker. And he's sacking managers left, right and centre. It's on Amazon Prime, I believe. And
don't be pushing Amazon Prime and QPR documentaries on him. No, that's fair enough. It's fair enough.
Honestly, we've got a poor form on Jimmy here. He's like, John is taking a call in the middle of the podcast. Like, surely you turn the phones off or something.
I think it's Tucky leaving another message, isn't it? I'm really sorry about this.
Yeah, but I've got to have a shout out for Ash on that game, the 6-3. Like, because he fair play gave me a lift down there as well. Like, make sure I had the Tipsy give me a lift down, but he made sure I had the front seat. Bear in mind, he needed to keep his legs straight. He was up front. and he said, "Oh, he's going to score a goal for me." He ended up getting 2, a bit short of the hat trick, but that second goal he scored, that volley from outside the box,
it's
that
class.
was a beauty.
40 yards, wasn't it?
Oh, it was absolutely stunning. What a strike!
That's what we do it for. That's what we're
That's
all
it
about.
was, yeah, and the celebrations.
But to be fair, you boys coming on is, anyone listening who's not from Glebe, who is listening in secret, like this is exactly what we're trying to do. Get boys who are not just Glebe gorillas.
Maybe get a couple of Phoenix boys on you for Tucky next week.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, he'll sort them out, I think.
Yeah, and I have to retract the statement there, bagging out Jimmy, because he's actually come up with the goods here. He's actually gone and picked up the pizza from the old Uber Eats. So yeah, good man. Apologies for everything I said.
Jim.
It's not true what they say about you.
Is it one of those happy pizzas from Cambodia?
Yeah, class.
Oh, unreal.
They are class.
Unreal.
But it's
Tripping
free
balls,
to have it
eating the
lined-
pizza.
It's free to have it lined with fucking weed.
Yeah.
Same price. Do you want it lined with weed or not?
Have we not tried one?
Jimmy, do you want a mic or do you want to just keep chatting over there?
Nah, let him eat his.
Does anyone want one? Load.
I'm fasting.
It's Ramadan after that.
Good one. I might grab one in a bit.
Yeah. Well, boys, it's quality to have you on, and especially talking about the grassroots. This is what it's all about: proper grassroots football, amateur football. You boys are both from Wales, right? I just want to bring it back to that angle for a second. How would you compare football in Australia back to the motherland, back in Wales?
I haven't got much input on this one. The only football I had was in uni. I was managing a team in uni. Like we were just
manage?
Yeah, I managed a football team for a couple of years in uni. Like
Unreal.
it was intramural games, so not the actual uni teams. Like I managed a team called Real Ale Madrid.
Real ale.
Real Ale Madrid.
I love it.
Yeah, it was class. I took over, like we were just whipping boys of the first season. Second year we got to go better. By the time I took over in the third year, we'd had a team for quite a while, and yeah, we did well. Like we managed to win the league, and then ended up with it was great.
Open top bus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, the fans went wild. Like all 6 of them.
All 6 of them.
all six and the dog. But it was good fun. Like that. My experience at grassroots football has nowhere been the standards I think that you guys are playing. But Mitch, you probably got a different experience.
Mitch.
Yeah, I played a fair bit in the Swansea League. So I played for one club all the way up till I was 16. And then I joined a pub, the Naval and Military pub team, which was an experience. Yeah, cigarettes at half time, people turning up boozy. I was thinking, well, what am I signed up for? Yeah, I was just a glass collector. We're going back to the pub, people throwing darts at each other, the chicken tikka sandwiches. It was
Sandwiches.
How good are chicken tikka sandwiches?
I've not heard about chicken tikka and sandwiches.
And sign for the Naval and Military Club.
But is it? So that's the name of the pub, or it's for naval and military people?
Naval and Military was the pub, and the club was called the Naval and Military.
Oh, so it's not just full of.
And it's the pub team.
It's not just full of ex-naval and military. It's just like.
No, I don't think anyone was in
Oh,
the
that's
Navy,
just
to
a
be
name.
honest. Yeah, or the military. I think a few of them would have a few Stellas and think they were in the military. And then I'd work in the Adelphi, the 70s bar and the 60s bar, walking around 16-year-old. I had a nice little bum hen. All the old ladies give me a cheeky grabbing their glasses. Like, oh, hey.
Loves it. Fancy a bum?
It was class. And then you get the lads coming in, can you sort this out? And I was like, I'm actually too young to serve you boys. You've got to be 18. I'll collect your glass once you're done. So just let me know. I'll pick your glass up.
Jesus, well, I bet you've got some stories which we're going to discuss in the second half. That's been a hell of a half. Don't know about you boys, but that's flown by. And now it's time for our regular feature. It's Jimmy's halftime poem.
Hey.
Jimmy, what have we got this week?
Oh man, I don't know how this one's gonna go because whilst I was writing this today, we're in the middle of moving house, and Sarah gets back from work and she's putting a few vacant houses in my face while I'm trying to do the last verse. So
Stanza.
we've left it on a cliffhanger, shall we say? All right, but here we go. First of all, Tucky's a dick. You can avoid the podcast, but you won't avoid the stick. Choosing the Opera House over the cast, a Tory move, let it be the last. Moving on. 15 at training this week, just 'cause it's raining. Grow a pair, please, and stop complaining. Bruce should get a shout out. I thought better. he'll get out. Let's move on. Jono's fat head left Ashton for dead. Quick, someone else, Ashton. He's got a fat ankle. No one can see the injury past the usual cankle. Vincent Van Luxton and Claude Teggart spotted painting this week. First time they've discussed lines other than beak. Here beside me is Crystal Geth. For those wondering, he does not love meth. It's just a nickname. Mitch is to blame. And here he is, Mr. Shigibugala himself. Ran out of time with this one, so honourable mention to his foreskin. The end.
Fantastic.
Every week, better and better every week.
Just raising it. The level's getting higher and higher.
The creative juices that must be flowing. Is
I'm
it's
like,
an
Sarah, leave
inspiration.
me. I'm writing a poem.
Straight from the heart.
I know
as well.
we've only got 2 weeks until we've got to get out of this house, but I'm writing a poem.
People were taking all sorts of drugs, going on all sorts of mad shaming experiences. I wouldn't talk us through what's your experience of it? Just like it just comes to you, or like
Well, it
do you have a
just
certain
comes
vice?
naturally, obviously.
The muse comes down.
Because
Because sometimes you can't. Like sometimes you can train to be good at something, but sometimes you just can't teach talent.
It's just always been within me.
Yeah.
It's just a release. Do you know what I mean? I'm an accountant by trade, but I'm obviously just a
Dad, I want to be a poet.
My dad's like, listen, son, there's no money there.
What do you mean I'm going to get a job?
We'll prove him wrong with this pod.
It's like a 21st century Kipling. It's just like,
Give me the next Dylan Thomas.
It's like the Mank Billy Elliot. That's what it is.
The hell is loads. Anyone else?
Well, cheers again, Jimmy. I absolutely love that. And that's it. Well done, Jim. And that's it for part 1. Join us again in part 2 for Who Wants to Be a Gorilla on Air. Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Gorilla News Weekly with your host, Rupert Murray and Naz Hack. Our top news tonight. After being frightened to leave their homes last weekend, residents in Brisbane now feel comfortable to resume their normal lives after what they called a wave of lads having it large, and that for the squad's birthday. The agenda for the weekend, shagging birds.
In finance news, Glebe Gorillas has once again been dragged into an economic crisis with huge deficit for membership fees unaccounted for. Rumours that the deficit caused the 2008 GFC has never been substantiated.
In other news, Peter Mooney has acquired a new companion, a cavoodle puppy. We'll be running a raffle for the dog's name later this week.
And finally, a dog has gone missing in the Junction area. The dog was last seen under the arms of a very tanned Irishman. If anyone with any information, please come forward and inform the RSPCA.
That's it for Gorilla News Weekly. Join us again next week. Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Who Wants to Be a Gorilla on Air. First of all, let's give a big shout out to our sponsor, Pulse Electrical and Communications. Contact Kyle for a quote for all your electrical needs. Naz, any slogans this week? Or nothing?
No, usually I do have slogans, but you've fucked me off every week and you've rinsed me when I've tried to do them. So this week I didn't even think of any. So yeah, Kyle's good, Pulse Electrical good, you boys fuckers, basically.
They're good.
Fair enough.
Now, regular listeners of the pod will realise that we weren't here last week. We had a week off. We had a hiatus. The main reason for that was that Tucky was not available. Again, shock. But also Jimmy was out of the action. The reason for that was that Man United played in the Europa League final against Villarreal. Jimmy, you had an interesting night. You met a few characters.
Did you have a good evening?
Yeah,
Talk us through it.
Fuck Emery to start with, and fuck his good morning.
he fucking loves the Europa League, doesn't he? He couldn't fucking win it for us, though, could he?
Anyway, yeah, we're having a few beers. Go outside for a quick.
This
vape.
is 6 a.m. by the way.
Yeah. So it was kickoff's 5, so this is probably
Where did he watch the game?
Scruffy Murphy's.
Oh,
Nice bunch in there.
Yeah, no, it's a great bunch. So we go in there and have a few beers, go outside for a quick vape. There's one kind of noticeable character out there smoking cigars at 3 a.m. Ex-Man United player, goalkeeper, Mark Bosnich.
oh my
Yes.
Absolutely off his nut.
Cigars.
He is like, listen, boys, I've come from TalkSport, I've just been on with Optus, and now I'm here.
And he's come from a land down under.
And he's like, yes. And he's like, right, listen, I'm here. He's off his rocker. He's going for it. He's stayed up all night. Bless him. He's getting some stick off United fans, but he did agree to come on the podcast. So we was buzzing with that. Absolutely buzzing. Tucky, however, has been peppering him with text messages. And latest news is...
He's coming on.
He hasn't gone to American Psycho with Tucky, is he?
He's got no way. He's like, listen, I can't come on the pod tonight, but I've got a spare ticket to American Psycho. Yeah, no, but he's unfortunately blocked Tucky's number.
The B word. The B word.
He's done a Dean Windass.
Yeah, so I've been blocked by a professional footballer, well, ex-professional footballer as well. So Mr. Dean Windass,
What a lad.
put his number on Twitter by accident. He replied to his own tweet saying, "Yeah, mate, text me," and put his own number up because he was replying to his own tweets back in the day. I've taken down his number. Oh, it's brilliant. It can't be true.
We've had some great chats with old Dino.
FaceTime Dino, and he answers, and then he I sent him a few videos, and I sent him one. Which, yeah,
What was
probably
Yeah,
just went a
tell
bit
us
over.
what's the video.
He wasn't a fan of it, was he?
Well,
What's the
What
video?
was the video?
he must not like Tabasco. So the video was, you know, it's like legit now. You're in a football group chat. It's anything goes, isn't it? Anything gets sent, and you just got to flick them on. You just got to do the rounds.
To be fair, this was pretty fucking
Yeah, it was
brutal.
bad. So as a Asian woman, tied up,
Lovely bird.
She was tied up, was she?
Yeah, tied up.
Lovely bird. Lovely bird, by the way.
naked, and she's got what looks like Tabasco sauce or hot sauce poured over her vagina. And someone blowing a hairdryer over it, and she's screaming.
I mean, look, we've all done mistakes of like cutting up some chili and
We've
then
all
handled that
tied up
downstairs.
Asian people.
That's not a very enjoyable experience.
Through this whole story, what I would like to say is she could have been of any ethnicity, the woman. That's all we want to
Yeah.
say.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's not the fact that, she's Asian. We'd have to make that point. but
They got the
We'll
hairdryer
refer
out. It
back
was probably
to-
worse than
Yeah.
Alex Ferguson's hairdryer. Let's just say that.
Yeah, we don't want to know.
So what's happened is you've FaceTimed Windass quite a
Plenty
few
of
times.
times, yeah.
Had
Oh,
like
he's
so
had
you've
multiple
called him all
chats.
because
Yeah.
you've been around. You've
I've
called
been
him
there,
loads,
yeah.
and he's having an absolute chat with you,
Yeah,
having
building
crack,
rapport,
and then,
yeah, that's what
and then
we're
what's
doing.
happened is it's got to the point where you've sent him this Tabasco video,
Yeah.
and then he's went, "Oh, that's too much."
that's
block."
Yeah.
What about the
I'm
one?
out. I'm out. I mean, I love your product. I love what you're doing. I like you've got a great idea, but I'm out.
But before that,
I'm not the man to take you forward.
you know when you get
unfortunately.
when he's got the circle of a player, someone in the crowd, and then you go, "Is this you, mate?" And then you open it up, and it's the bloke with a massive dong. So I was sending those to him, and he was reading them. 2 blue ticks. He think great. This is it.
Listen.
Yeah,
What
he's in,
the
he's
best
in.
one? What about the one where he's had to ring you back? You've rang him and he's put the phone down, but obviously he's next to his missus back home, and his missus has made him ring him back on FaceTime to prove that it's not a woman, and it's just Mitch and the boys like, yes, it's Windass, he's ringing us.
Windass is having it. Yeah, so there was this app which you could. It's been blocked now, and I can see why it's been blocked. It's obviously ruined everything. Like
Chat
so,
roulette.
So it comes up with just some random email address. It's trying to FaceTime you, and I got my brother a cracker with it. So what do you do? He put in their number, and it comes up. She goes, "Oh yeah, answer this." And then this Russian lady, she goes, "Hello, very nice to meet you. Would you like to know more about me?" And when I've sent it, and then it records it on your phone and it sends it to you. And Dean Windass is like, "Whoa," half cut looking at it. "Whoa. Would you like to know more about me?" And he goes, "Whoa," turns the screen away from him, but he's still listening in. And then and she goes, "Just to let you know, you've just been pranked by one of your friends." And then it comes up, and then it's still recording their face. I'll send you boys a video, and you put it up on your whatever media page. I've got the one of my brothers is fantastic.
People that are listening can't see the fact that Mitch is here, right? And like when he's doing that woman's accent, he might as well be touching his nipple, right? And like
Flicking the hair back.
and his body's like moving really sensually as
With
well.
an
When he
ice cream
says it,
just getting into character, you know. So
Touching the plate.
Try Windass now.
Yeah,
try
let's
it.
try it.
He's blocked me, but let's put the number in your phone,
Let's
Jim.
give it. Let's give it a
People
go.
might not believe this, but we're genuinely, literally trying Dean Windass here.
Do we read the number out? Or
Dean knows us.
Maybe
we
we
don't read the number out, but we try him for sure.
No, let's just type it in. So.
7, 7.
Hang on.
8,
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, why-
There you go, yeah. So let's add the
Right,
number.
You go.
All right, let's go. So
This is live on the pod. Dean Windass.
Yeah,
FaceTime.
to be fair, absolute legend. Big advocate for mental
We're
health
going
as
in.
well.
We're
Like, he's
going
put a
in.
lot
He's
into
always
our
sound. He
efforts
doesn't
and
remember
charities
it's me.
in mental health. So
This is literally. Can you put that ringing next to the?
This-
That's Dean Windass.
this
there.
is
That's
live,
Dean Windass's
live calling
phone.
Dean
It's
Windass.
not
Yeah.
connecting yet. Sometimes if you message him saying, "Hi mate, can you message me? Josh is in trouble."
He's hung up.
He must remember me.
He's hung
Let's
up.
try him again. Let's try him again.
You know, I don't think you're gonna get him again. Just seeing his face again was just brilliant.
Oh, I don't know why we didn't record it the first time.
No,
If we send him a message just saying, "Mate, we're on a pod.
we're on a podcast.
Can we just get a quick shout out?"
Yeah, I reckon.
He'll appreciate it.
Send him a message.
He looked like he was on
first.
holidays.
It's a £40 million
yeah.
man. £40
I
million man.
reckon send him a quick message first.
we
and
won't.
go,
We won't
"Big
get him
man."
again. Yeah, we'll
Go,
draw
big man. Listen, I'm so sorry, but we're literally on a podcast, and we just wanted to see your face for a couple of seconds.
Please call us back.
Yeah.
Can you let us know
We'll call you in a minute.
a good time to ring you?
I can't believe I didn't record it the first time.
We live and learn.
That's so
It's early days in the
stupid.
pod. We live and learn, don't we? We live and learn.
He's a legend. We've had some good chats with Dean over the years, and like he
Dean,
adds,
first name Dean.
He is.
Yeah,
he's
big
he's an
Dean.
absolute star man. He is a star man, and like he's a big advocate for mental health, which we all have had to struggle with
Yeah.
in different capacities in our time, like whether it be ourselves going through something or our friends. And a lot of the big thing is actually having a conversation around this topic, and I think that's the hardest point for most of us to do. I know personally myself, it took me a long time to actually open up for these kind of issues. But
Yeah.
it's something you just need to know. You can have a chat, and everyone around you, all your friends, are going to want to help you when they can.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think when you are consumed in that and those negative thoughts, you just don't want to open up because you feel like you're letting people down, or you just don't want to bring them down around you. But it's sometimes you
Well,
just need.
do you remember
to
when
chat
we
and-
did the 80k Manly to Bondi walk for mental health?
Of course I
Crystal
do.
Geth.
To be fair, like I'd just come out of hotel quarantine,
Yeah,
so
I was mad,
I
yeah.
thought Jamie just reached out to me and said, "No, like this guy's been locked in the hotel room for the last 14 days. Like he could do with a nice little
Fancy a
walk."
stroll.
Yeah,
Fancy a walk, mate. Coastal walk.
And I was on the sesh at the time, and he was like, "Oh yeah, of course, I come out for a walk." He's like, "Oh, so nice, thanks, Jimmy. Thanks for reaching out." And he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna start at 2 a.m." I'm like, "Oh, I guess that's a typo. I mean, he surely means 2 p.m." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, now 2 a.m. We're walking from Bondi to Manly." I'm like, "Oh yeah, of course I could do that. Yeah, of course, no worries." Still fucking
Bring
can't.
some food,
Geth,
Geth.
no,
Bring some
Geth.
energy supplies
Guess
for the...
what did you bring as so obviously 80k is a fucking long way, so everyone's fully prepared. 2 pairs of socks. You've got a big fat bag of goodies.
That's
Jo-
literally
Jo-
just what Jimmy
George
bought.
Arnold's,
No one else bought that Jimmy
George
bought.
Arnold's Muller yogurts, which burst in his bag after 2k.
yeah. Geth turns up with 2 kiwis.
Not people, they're fruit.
The food, just two kiwis. That's it. That's it. No change clothes, no anything, no bag, just 2 kiwis. And I was like, "Are you alright?
You're going to be right, mate.
Are you alright?" He's like, "Yeah, we'll crack on, We'll crack on." Fair play. He actually finished it.
Yeah, to
On
be
2
fair,
Kiwis. That's impressive.
Well, halfway through, we get to.
I don't even think
Wait,
we're
wait,
halfway,
we get under
like,
the
we're at
Manly
Milton's
Bridge.
Point.
Yeah, no, you get just below halfway. Get to have a bit of a smoke, whatever. Carry on. Probably not the best idea for Geth
Some
at
of the
the
most
time.
painful 2 hours of my life.
And then the next 10k, Geth, it's quite uphill.
Oh, yeah.
And Geth is.
And it wasn't even a scenic view now. We were walking across streets. Like, and I'm carrying this fucking speaker. Like, but to be fair, if I didn't have the speaker with all the music going on, I wouldn't have the motivation to keep walking. This was what's keeping me awake.
I was
at this point.
walking behind him, and for your information, for the listeners, Geth's a big man. he's walking in front of me, but he was taking like one step forward and two steps back. He's literally, but his eyes were shutting, and I was like, "Oh mate, you're gonna have to call it in." He's like, "Yeah, just the next ferry stop. Just the
Let's
next
get this
ferry
Kiwi out."
stop."
It was a case I was asking him about. I was like, "Oh, when's the next ferry stop?" He's like, "Oh, 5k." I was like, "Oh, I can do 5k. I was like, "Oh, when's the next one?" I was like, "Oh, another 5k." And then we get to a period, it's going to be like 20k to the next ferry stop, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck, I don't even know I'm going to be able to do this." And I was like, I might just have to have a kip and join you later. I'm like, if you have a kip, there's no way you're going to catch up with the boys.
Mr. Kipling.
No, Mr. Kipling. Oh, how good. Angel slices, Mr. Kipling, they're banging.
French fancies.
Oh,
mate.
You go through boxes
Cherry Bakewells. When your mum's brought them
God.
home from Murray's, you're
No,
buzzing.
Iceland,
Oh my
Iceland,
God.
man. Iceland, what a place.
Lord
To
Morris.
be fair, there was a point I was like, I don't know how I'm doing this, but it was more the case as like, look, Jimmy's asked me to do this. I'm going to do this. I've literally had 1 hour sleep. I've been on the sesh non-stop. I haven't been out of a room in 14 days.
His right arm must have been massive in that quarantine room, if you know what I mean.
So I was walking in circles. I was very much heavy, one-sided. So it was like to walk straight was a challenge. But yeah, like it was just like no, like, and especially when they said, look, we're raising money for mental health. I'm like, right, fine. I'm very big.
Thing is, Crystal's gone from like talking about really serious topics, which
No, it was for mental health.
No. But we've spoke before, like in episodes before, about how much like this podcast about how much the league coming to play footy with the boys, like not just in our team but your team in any changing room, was like a really good way to release that. And then he's gone to like the man who was falling asleep.
He's sleepwalking.
walk.
Oh, it's
He
brilliant.
was literally sleepwalking.
It was
a hill. I thought, I'm not going to be able to catch him. He falls back. I'm gone out. I'm not done for this. I'm not finishing this walk either.
Yeah, it was.
It was 20 hours. It was 20 hours. And when we got to Manly, I was like, yes, I've done this. And he's like, yeah, Geth, have a rest, have some food. Well done. And then I finished my food, had a beer, and it was like, we still got another 4 hours to go. I'm like, oh, we have to do the whole wharf. We have to get to North Manly, not the Manly wharf.
Yeah, around the heads, wasn't it? The
And we
Manly
got
heads.
lost so many times.
I would have quit at that point if it weren't for Mitch. So Mitch was quiet for 10k before that, so I thought he must be struggling. For him to be quiet, I thought he's fucking struggling, but he must have just been like picturing the bottle shop. And then we get to the bottle shop and he walks in, I'm outside like, I can't do this. And he comes out with four pint cans like, let's have it, let's fucking have it. I was like, oh, buzzing.
I think when you guys rocked up with bags and actual hiking boots and
That's
all
backpacks,
those-
by the way. Backpacks with packs.
Sorry,
bags,
back.
not bags.
When you brought backpacks of nuts and all this other stuff,
No
you used
kiwis.
to go on a hike
remember
with,
him?
and I rock up in just shorts and, well, basically a wallet. And I was like, well, you know, we're in the city. Like, I can buy food along the way. I think I got McMuffin like at 9 a.m. and stuff like that. And I was like, look, I can fill stuff up, buy food on the way. And then I started to appreciate, oh yeah, this might be a big task here. And,
completely fucked.
yeah, it was a challenge, but it was a challenge for everyone that brought stuff with them. It was
Got to Watson's Bay and he's finished his Kiwis shop.
This is at the start. Watson's
Well, I
Bay.
did want
It's like
them
10K.
I did want them to get ripe, so I knew I needed to eat
it's
them
like,
before they got off.
I'm just going through my bag, like, just get a little bit of brekkie in, and there's this like big bag of dry nuts, almonds, and he's like, oh, can I have some of them? Like, I was like, yeah, go for it, and he's just like eating them like a little
crackhead.
squirrel.
Like Gollum. With
Imagine how dry your mouth
Don't
is.
look at me.
Almonds.
Don't look at me.
He's just chewing on all
did
these
come up
dry
for air.
almonds. I'm like, that's gonna fucking be horrible. That it's not like
Drinking the seawater on the way.
it's not like quick release energy, is it? It's like eating almonds, just like
Dry.
proper,
Just
dry mouth.
I needed food in me. You know, like when you're doing like a long distance run, or like, you know, usually there's people on the sides giving you these jelly babies, and then you have one of them, and it's like when
Almonds.
Mario Kart and you hit a boost. It's like when you get that little bit of sugar, a little bit of energy in you, and I was like, I just needed the boost. Just put food in me.
Can
I
you
just
imagine on a
needed
half
something.
marathon and you're going along and like you see the people on the side giving out warm water, and they go, yeah, here's some almonds. You'd be like, fuck off.
I was like, I just need something
There's an
in
old
me.
man.
I've been walking for 20 hours. I've had 1 hour sleep, and I was I was properly on the sesh the night before. Like, it
a big
was
night.
insane. And I literally, I haven't been
The
able
wolf
to
was
leave.
out.
Yeah, the wolf of Winston.
Winston Wolf was out.
I hadn't been able to leave a room for 14 days. Like, the hotel quarantine, you're just confined to this room. So you got no exercise.
Really?
You've
Is
got
that what
nothing.
quarantine
Right
is?
now.
Yeah,
Just
so
the
like-
right now.
So I thought, oh, Jimmy, he's such a nice guy. Like, he's appreciated.
Thank
I've
you.
been locked
Appreciate
in a room
that.
for 14 days. He's like, oh, would you like to go for a walk? I was like, I can't think. I'm like, I can't think of
What a
anything
bloke.
nicer than being outside and appreciating the coastal walk that Sydney has to offer.
He
It's
did warn you though. Don't go on a night out tonight, Geth.
I did say that.
It's a massive walk tomorrow.
He messaged me
It
saying,
was
80
a-
kilometers.
it
He
was-
went, I promise. I'll
should
try
I
not
go
to.
on the sesh? I was like, no.
Yeah,
He's like,
I did get
yeah.
that message, yes, but I was midway through a session, and it's like you're not going to call it midway through a session when you've been locked in a room on your own for 14 days.
was you locked in for 14 days? Yeah.
You can't leave it. You can't leave. You can't go
be
for
fair,
exercise. You can't do a thing. You can't even open a window.
He mastered quarantine. You're the only man I know who took a PlayStation with him from the UK and set it up in the hotel room. Ah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I know, because I even had a PlayStation in Australia, which you still have.
Still have it. Class. FIFA seasons had me. M. Williams 5 flying on it. I can't do skills, but I love a cross.
Loves a cross.
Load the ball.
Loves a cross.
Well, I'm glad you raised the walk, because actually, Geth, I remember that was actually the inspiration for our bike ride, which we've mentioned before in a previous pod. And Mitch, you were on that ride as well. We cycled all the way up to Byron Bay, raised about 50 grand. Class.
Oh,
and obviously raised it for
fantastic.
mental health, which is something we like to talk about, something we find very serious.
Absolutely phenomenal achievement. Absolutely phenomenal. I wanted to support you guys so much. It's like when you guys reached out, I was like, yeah, we need a support driver. But at the time, couldn't fly down from Queensland. But I was so happy I was able to get to Byron Bay, which at the time was like that little bubble where Queensland and New South Wales can meet each other. And yeah, seeing you guys come in was just ecstatic. It was such an incredible achievement. Everyone at Byron Bay was so behind everything you
Yeah, it was
did.
class.
It was such an incredible achievement.
What are your thoughts on
and
it,
for
Mitch?
such a good cause.
Oh, mate, it was epic. I've never seen a man have so many punchers in my life. Jimmy the Puncher. Fantastic. Bruce Scott. What was he wearing? What was he wearing? The horny cyclist, he called himself. He had
His granddad's vest.
looked like he looked like he was at Creamfields, but like he shouldn't be at Creamfields.
What a
The
sense
lip-
of
the
dress.
lipstick,
He's a
yeah.
trendsetter, isn't he? He's a trendsetter, that
We've been
Bruce
through
Scott.
this. He's the Noel Edmonds of his time. And,
Yeah.
To be fair, yeah, Noel. Oh, remember Noel
Good-
Edmonds'
great
house
lad,
party?
great
What a
lad.
show. What a show, by the way.
Another shout out to Noel Edmonds.
Big Noel, yeah, deal or no
Noel
deal.
Edmonds. If Noel,
no
if you
deal.
if you're listening and you want to come on,
Is
give us a
Noel
shout.
Welsh?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Got
I don't-
cracking Barnett.
I'd take him.
He could be the Winston Wolf. He could look like the Winston Wolf.
I'd take him. I'd say he's. I'd say honorary Welshman, Noel Edmonds. Yeah. Let's bring him. Let's bring him on board. Like, we don't have much of a
Setting up
national
relationships
We
here in
don't
this
have a
podcast.
huge national pool. To be fair, like, fine, we'll give him the honorary Welshman.
He could be the sponsor for Winston Wolf. He could play you in the film.
Yeah, he'll sponsor the
He could
next.
be like Nutty. No, not what is it? Nutty Professor. So he could be Geth Davis, who's Nutty Professor, and then when the real man comes out, Buddy Love is Winston Wolf. Winston Wolf is Buddy Love, and Sherman Clump is Geth Davis.
I'm not sure about that.
Sherman's got a relation. Sherman's got a relation.
Hercules.
Oh, I'm not.
Such a big, strong man.
Well, that was the bike ride. Actually, we've got some.
That's the bike ride.
That was a,
Sherman Clump, ladies and gentlemen.
Actually, Mitch, I wanted to ask you. We've got some later on. We're going to go through some questions from Instagram. One of them was actually related to the bike ride, and the question was, on the way up,
Right.
you had an emergency bathroom stop. If I could say it that way,
Yeah.
in a
so-
field. Can you elaborate on this?
Yeah, so of course doing the bike ride started when we got to Newcastle, and Mike Gascoigne, the driver, he was a
Dirty Mike.
Legend,
dirty
legend,
Mike. Yeah,
legend,
He
by the
drove,
way.
and he was from New Zealand, so he's a Kiwi fan. The All Blacks were playing,
You didn't try and fucking eat him, did you?
and he goes, "I'm going to watch the game."
I'm not actually a nutty professor. Right?
not actually, not the professor.
When I want to revert back to when you're saying I'm a big guy, I'm not like a big guy. I'm like a tall guy.
I'm stuck.
I
work out.
actually meant it because he bought
like-
2 kiwis to the walk, not because a nutty
I'm
professor.
not going to eat
Mate,
2 kiwis. I'm
mate,
not going to
you're
eat actually 2 fucking New Zealand people.
You are looking slim and healthy, bro. You're looking
thanks,
slim and
He
healthy.
turned up with 2 Kiwis. I didn't mean people.
Just
two-
one on each shoulder.
2 Maoris.
Because I've been told I got a face for a radio,
Salivating.
but it's not the case. I'm a big.
He's at him in
fucking
first
fat-
10K.
Salivating like, lads, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. I can see the tattoos on Gascoigne, and he looks fucking good, by the way.
Yeah.
Geth,
By the
Kiwi
way,
eater.
Mike's a white ginger guy, not a big Maori with tattoos.
Armless.
Yeah,
Armless.
because not all
Beautiful
people from
man.
New
I mean, he's
Zealand
got 2
have
arms. He's
Maori
not
tattoos,
armless,
you
He's
know?
unreal.
he's a nice
Unreal
guy.
guy.
But anyway, sorry, you were saying.
Anyway,
you were saying
Jimmy
sorry.
said,
Yeah.
A few of us, a lot of people went to bed, and Gaza, he was like, or the drive that we were calling him, all right, drive, and he said, I'm going to stay up and watch the All Blacks game. I said, tell you what, mate, you're driving us, I'll stay up with you. He's on the Jaeger bombs. Jimmy's on the Jaeger bombs. Clayton was out as well, and everyone has gone up to bed. It's just upstairs, but everyone can hear it. They're all back downstairs. No one can sleep. It was a nightmare. So anyway, so we get to so I was on the booze most nights, and I get to Kempsey, and we had a few beers in Kempsey, had a nice barbecue. Whoever cooked, obviously, just put some dodgy food on there, didn't cook it properly, and then came in strawberry cheesecake from Woolies, sponsored. Yeah, so it's a good cheesecake, by the way. But anyway, so in the morning we're setting off. I would normally go to the toilet in the morning, but I woke up quite late because we had a few extra beers. All right, we'll just get cracking because we're going to Coffs Harbour. We had to get up there for the Melbourne Cup. So we're on the way. We're in our little packs. And belly's rumbling here. I think I need a Danny LaRue. I'm going to have to pull over. So it's just, lads, where's the next service station? We're like, well, we're on this weird country road now. It's not going to be many for a while. I went, okay, just try not to think about it. Just keep going. And I just see like a little toilet block on a football field on the left. So as I'm cycling over, I was, lads, I'm going to pull over. I'm just going to need to use the toilet. I'll let you know. I'll catch you up. So someone put the bike down, get down, like running down, you know, when you get in your mind. It's like when you're walking home from work or getting into your house, like, I need to go. Can't hold it in, so I'm like running over. It's early doors, it's about 6 a.m. in the morning. So you've got the bib on, you know, the old cycling bib, they're hard to get off. And running over, it's, door's locked. Oh, shit. But I'm turtle-head in here. I've got to go. So I've whipped it all off, you know. No toilet paper, just quickly gone.
Body's moving again.
Yeah,
like
I'm in
he's
character
full
again.
on taking
I'm in
it all off.
character.
Yeah.
So I've obviously done my business. I'm just going out, just trying to go as quickly as possible because I don't want to lose the pack. I haven't got maps on my phone. And then I just I just hear some dog just chasing at me in the distance. I've gone, oh no. So I'm trying to pull it up as quickly as possible, and I can hear some old lady, Rover, and I'm going, oh, Rover. And ladies come over, I've got my bib up, put the helmet back on, just patting the dog. She's like, oh, sorry about Rover. I'm like, that's okay, no problem. That's Rover. And she goes, oh, Bondi to Byron. Oh, wow, you're cycling up to Byron Bay. Oh, yeah, for this, yeah, Beyond Blue. And she's like, well, wow, yeah, I'll sponsor you. And she goes, oh, sorry. Rover hasn't, has he? I've gone, oh. So my turd is on the floor. And she's gone. Rover hasn't, has he? I've gone, look the Rover, and he's just got his tongue out as if he don't know, he's just being a dog. He's just, dog. So I just patted the dog. Oh, Rover, yeah. And she pulls out the poo bag of her pocket. Oh no! Picked up my poo in the poo bag. So I've gone, oh right, well, nice to meet you. Anyway, we've just got to go to Coffs Harbour. I've got my bike and. Yeah, obviously caught up with the gang. I didn't tell anyone. Obviously didn't wipe my bum either. Can't wait to get the Coffs Harbour. It was a hot day, that one as well.
Oh no!
The thing is, you boys will have heard that before, right? But this is the first time I'm hearing. So if anyone's listening for the first time hearing that, I hope that you're finding it as fucking funny as I am.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but
Poor Rover.
poor Rover. And we got
He's taking all.
Poor woman.
He's taking the brunt of all. He's taking all the blame here.
What have you been eating?
yeah. What's he had?
Rover.
Yeah. Woolies cheesecake, VBs.
Just want to put out there, Rover, if you're listening, apologies for taking the blame for this one.
Yeah.
You're not getting no veg, you. Fucking, I thought I was giving you enough veg.
Rover's been took off his favourite food.
You're going vegan now. You're going
Too much
vegan.
fibre, that's I've done.
Poor
You always give me
Rover.
too much
Poor
potato,
Rover.
you little fucker.
And then one on Melbourne Cup that day, so it was a great day all round. Apart from, the cycling shorts.
By the way, just so everyone knows, Rover has
Ollie
not
kicking
been
off
put
with the
down for that offence. Rover's still living strong. He's very happy.
Yeah.
Living on the farm.
And just quickly, actually, I hate to bring it back. Talk about you were going out that night, right? I had the impression we'd all go out, we'd cycle hard, take it serious. And it was that first day, it was one of the hardest days.
Yeah, it was
I
hard.
felt, Mitch is out till 2, 3 in the morning. What were you doing? What were you doing that night? I could not believe it. And also,
Well, there was
it was
Halloween.
Halloween night, and it's my dad's birthday on Halloween, and he was in lockdown, and I FaceTimed him
Big
when
up
I
for
got
Mr.
there,
Williams.
and he
Big up.
goes, "You know what? Can you send me some photos of people in fancy dress? Because I normally go out on my
Make it,
birthday,
is it? Yeah,
and
nice.
I'm
Yeah.
stuck in the house, so it really cheered me up. So in the family group,
Oh, that's nice.
and then some
That's
bloke
nice.
was dressed up as a penis,
Yeah,
so I sent a photo of me in the penis, and no one replied to that one.
well, I mean, that shocked me.
from my mum.
That shocked me. I
Reporting
thought-
live from Dubrovnik.
I thought, fair play.
What a legend.
But what shocked me more, actually, talking of penises, bring it back to that, was you in the room had a revelation for some of the boys, something which we did not realise.
Somewhat of a epiphany.
Yeah. To set the scene, Mitch is in the room, just had a shower, towel down.
There's a lot of boys that don't know Mitch at this point. At this point, it's the first night.
I still didn't know Mitch that well, but I knew him well after this. He said, "Boys, have a look at this." Oh, God. I've turned to my right, and what can only be described as a windsock. It's been stretched from his pelvis to half a foot out. For those who don't realise,
Enough room for a sleeping bag.
Yeah,
It's not a big shaft. It's just a really long foreskin.
Smoothest shaft in New South Wales.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But it's extremely long and stretchy for some reason.
Have you measured how long the stretch is?
No, but we could do it after the pod.
No, we'll do it now.
Do it in the pod.
Do you in the
After
pod? Yeah.
No, we don't do it in the pod.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Is it as long as the bin man?
Yeah, I think it's a long old foreskin, and Aunt Nita would be proud.
My mother doesn't listen to this, but I know some mothers do listen to this. So apologies
sorry,
in
Mum.
advance from the team. But in reality, it's fucking is what it is. He's got a big old foreskin, and we've got
Yes,
to talk
it's
about
a
it.
long
It's
foreskin.
biology. It's biology.
Yeah.
And a big shout out to all mums that are listening. We love you all. Thank you so much for basically for enduring everything you've had to do for making us where we are, and apologies for all our pain
Producing
during
us onto
labour.
the podcast.
I
Cheers,
just want
ma'am.
a big shout out to Tucky's not here, but he said please give a call out to Mel Tuck, Tucky's mum. If you're listening, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, Mel Tuck.
Love
Thank
you. Love you.
He's
Much
had,
love.
Glad someone's here.
He's had a bit of stick today, Tucky, but in reality,
Deserved.
he's all right. I mean, I
done
imagine
all right,
you're
Mel.
much better than him, but he's all right.
We've heard some good stuff about Mel.
He's all right, Tucky, yeah.
Big up, Mel. Big up.
Big up, Mel.
Right, we're going to take a short break. That's it for part 2. Join us again in part 3 for Who Wants to Be a Gorilla on Air Extra Time. Are you in the dark with your recruitment? Do you need your own wolf pack? You need the Winston Wolf.
The big bad wolf. The Winston wolf. The big bad wolf.
The Winston Wolf. The Winston Wolf. The Winston Wolf. Hello and welcome back to part 3 of Who Wants to Be a Gorilla on Air Extra Time. Cheers, Mitch. A few of you have been asking us some questions for Mitch on Instagram. Some absolutely belting questions have come in.
Oh, dear.
Mitch, are you ready for this?
Don't think so, but let's have it.
I'm going to kick off with the first one. What is your Terry Butcher moment? That was the first question from a CJ Spittle, I believe it was.
Oh, so the Terry Butcher moment. We were playing East FC, so no offence to Australians out here, but we come out here to play football, and when you play against an Australian team, it's just a bit of extra tension there, and they're just like rat around, and you don't feel like they've been on a night out before like everyone else in your team, and you're like, can't be having this. I didn't mean anything by it. The ball went up, bounced, and I've just got eyes on the ball. I've just gone bang. I've headed the ball, but I've also headed the guy in his forehead as well, and we're both clarets running everywhere, pissing out with blood, and I've just stood up, and he's maybe like seizing or something on the floor. It's not nice at all. But they've plastered me up on the sideline, and I'm covered. I've got tomato ketchup all over my white shorts. I wanted to play on, so that was my Terry Butcher moment, and it was a great photo. We lost the game, but I wish I had no cut to me and we won 3-0, but it was decent. It's good Terry Butcher moment, so thanks for the question.
But I bet as a centre half, that gave you the extra. As a centre half, when you've got the wrapping around your head, it gives you 10% extra, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was like
Paul Ince.
Yeah,
the Guinness.
I didn't even know you play centre back. I didn't even realise.
Yeah,
I
done a couple of stints in goals last year, and then I cut my head open, and I had to play back out. So I was like Christian Chivu, centre back. He used to wear the scrum cap, and I had the ball. I was like, bang, let's have that.
I mean, he's a godsend utility player. I mean, Alex Ferguson would keep looking back and saying, Park Ji-sung. It's like,
no, is it John O'Shea? John O'Shea, maybe.
Yeah, but the amount of Alex Ferguson all look back like that Barcelona Champions League final, he's always like the biggest regret he ever had was not bringing on Jap Ji-sung and isolating Leo Messi.
Jap Ji-sung.
Jap Ji-sung.
Damn it, these fucking strong zeros.
So Park Ji-sung, he started, but
the moment time you guys are being on, I was like, nah, Geth, you sound. I was like, I fucking knew I should stop talking.
Anyway,
for all the South Korean people listening, apologies.
For everyone saying, I can't even say his name. Park, I love you, mate.
That's it.
I'm not even a Man U fan. I hate Man U. I'm an Arsenal fan, but most underrated player ever. What an absolute legend. Our team player, you can ask for more. Sorry, go back to what you guys are talking about.
Moving on. After that outburst. Anyway, Mitch, you've got quite a history with headgear, haven't you? Champions League final, Chelsea.
It wasn't quite the Champions League one, didn't make it to that one. It was the Europa League final. So I had a mate from Swansea called Bumring. But his name's Nicky Lovren, but we used to call him Bumring, and he's a massive Chelsea fan. His dog's name is John Terry, even though it's a girl. He's a cracking lad, and he said, "Shall we go Amsterdam? Chelsea playing Benfica." I go, I'm up for it. I lived in London. I went, brilliant. We'll get the megabus. I was a megabus legend. I used to love the megabus. Not a legend of the megabus. I used to think megabus was a legend.
You probably were a legend of the megabus.
Maybe, anyway. I used to give you on £2,
Yeah.
7 hours, no problem. Traffic jams, come at me. This is £2, no problem.
No problem.
No traffic jams, no cleats, no traffic jams, no problems. So anyway, so I was like, yeah, I'm up for it, mate. He goes, we go in fancy dress. I'll go as Pet the Czech. No, I'll go as David Luiz. You go as Pet the Czech. I went, yeah, I'll go. No problem. So went to the Chelsea club shop, buy the kit, check, goalkeeping, get check on the back, number 1. And I've got the kit, I've got the shorts, check, yeah, tick all that up, check, yeah, got the socks, check. Then went to Lily White's. So Lily White's in London in Piccadilly Circus is the same as Sports Direct, notorious, known for cheap football gear. Find another Chelsea goalkeeping top, a fraction of the price. I went, I'm gonna have to get it. And then the kid-size goalkeeping socks, gonna have to get it. So in my head, I'm like, I'll take back the one to the Chelsea club shop. Free printing, brilliant. I'll get the free printing. Check on the back. So I'm not a Chelsea fan, Swansea fan. I've got 2 Chelsea goalkeeping shirts, with Czech on the back, but they put the Premier League badges on the one in Piccadilly and the European badges on the ones in the club shop. And I've gone to take it back to the Chelsea club shop, and they go, you can't take it back because you've got the name on the back. I went, oh, right. So I'm here with 2 Chelsea goalkeeping kits I spent a fortune on. Well, I'm not a Chelsea fan, but anyway, I've gone out to Amsterdam. I thought, might get a few photos, might get a bit of attention, you know. I'm in all sorts of newspapers, dressed up as Petr Cech.
Sky Sports News
Sky
section.
Sports News. They go, has anyone seen Petr Cech walking into a local bar? Well, looks like it, and it's me. Bang.
Great preparation for the big game.
Goalkeeping gloves on a lot. And then I was on Twitter, cunts watching. Someone push this cunt in the canal in Amsterdam.
In the moment. What a star. Petr Cech, best preparation for the big final. You know, be in a moment. Don't get fucking zoned out or anything. What a star. Petr Cech. What a star. What a legend.
In a Belgian newspaper then, he goes, do you mind having a few photos on one of the side streets? I was like, yeah, sound, no problem. So I was there, and he goes, go on the bus stop and pretend he's like saving a penalty. I'm spread out, and I'm a big, long, dangly cheese string as it is. And I just looked the part. And we didn't buy tickets, me and my mate, and we started speaking to these other fans, and they go, yeah, we'll sell you some tickets if you can promise me you can get you Swansea Cardiff tickets. So chatting to him for a little while, I was like, yeah, I promise you I did. We got in, and I never heard from him again, so I didn't have to buy him the tickets.
What? Wait.
We bought the tickets off them.
Yeah, they sold you some tickets though.
Yeah, sold tickets, so they give like
So what did they do?
So that you know when people go, why do fans only get 9,000 each?
Yeah.
And all the sponsors?
Yeah.
They give a lot of tickets out to the locals of that city
okay.
for you know the value price.
Yeah.
So these guys were local, and then in the middle, so you're like in the middle of the stadium, but in the Amsterdam arena, you had to queue up for a cash card and then go up to the bar to queue up again. So it was like a double queue. So loads of people would have loads of leftover money on these beers. So that was, and then he just like, oh, I'm Stephen here. It got to like the 85th minute. It's 1-1. You're like, oh, I can't do it with extra time here. And big Ivanovic. Chelsea's number 2. He pops up last minute, and he big header. I'm not a Chelsea fan, I just know all the songs. I was there for this game. Pops up last minute, bang, 2-1. They beat Benfica. Had a great night out. Oh, and I've never had so many photos taken with me. I normally get it, mate, you got a massive nose, can I have a photo of you? I look like Petr Cech this time. It was a great day.
I can't wait to put them photos on the Instagram.
Great
by the
day.
way. We'll find them and we'll put them on there.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'll get them.
Yeah, and if you're not following, follow Gorillas on Instagram. You'll see all this great content. Another question, Mitch. This is a big one. I'm just gonna say it's almost in bullet points, right? Woy away. Cubicle incident.
Oh God!
Give some context about.
Right.
Give some context about why the trips you do every Christmas and the hotel that.
By
you
the
go
way,
to.
if anyone gets involved in these, they are amazing fucking events. You have to jump onto one of these.
So, I'm a big fan of Lionel Richie. Massive.
Already it started.
Oh
wonderful.
mate, it's so good.
One
it's
artist.
so good.
What a feeling!
So I went there.
dancing on the ceiling.
He's playing at the Central Coast Stadium. And I'm having looking for hotels in the Central Coast. You know me, I drive a tight bargain. I'm always looking for a cheap one, and I've gone booking.com, found the one, why? That's all right, yeah. 13k from the city centre.
Why away? What a day! What a day! What a day! What a day!
It's class. And then you go, right, I'll go watch Lionel Richie here, and then I've stayed in the Bayview Hotel. I've opened up the curtains of the hotel room. Bang. 3:40 a schooner, 10 a.m. till midday, every day, happy hour.
3:20.
10 a.m.
Oh,
till
3:40.
10 a.m.
Oh,
till
3:20 to
midday.
begin with.
3:20.
Yeah,
3:20.
10 a.m. every single day. I went, wow, what a place this is. I'm going to have to go. So 10 a.m. it's booming in there. It's like Boxing Day
That's
sales
fucking
back home.
unbelievable,
Everyone is in
yeah.
there.
You
buying a
wouldn't
schooner.
believe the celebrities you see in this fucking event. It's incredible. Everyone collects to this event on a Sunday
What,
10 a.m.
What,
to 1 p.m.
Chris Hemsworth's there, is he?
Yeah, I don't know if there's
and
many
Zac
celebs
Efron.
in there.
Margot
Lots
Robbie.
of locals. They pack in.
Local
12 o'clock
celebs.
comes. They move on to the next
Jim
one.
from Hyde Park Drive down the road.
Yeah, like we did see Chris Zek on these occasions, but I'm sure they're there on a regular occurrence.
They do.
Go on,
They
carry
do.
on with your story. Go on.
And then you go up to the stadium, Central Coast Stadium, palm trees, big bottles of ketchup. People dress up as ketchup and mustard. And I went,
The barbecue sauce.
I'm gonna have
as
to
well.
come up here and go for Christmas. And I went, I know what, I'm gonna come up here for an A-League game and stop off in YY for a few beers and see how many we can go. I think we got about 26 people.
Oh, it was a hell of an occasion.
It was great. And then my friend Ollie Treviso, great lad, he grew up down the road from me.
Fucking Ollie.
I don't know who this is, but
oh my! Carry on.
I'm just urinating.
Yeah.
And
is
he
this the
goes,
cubicle incident?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
my
cubicle,
word.
the cubicle incident. And he
Like
goes,
urinal incident. It's not in your cubicle.
Sorry,
It's like
urinals.
straight up public, right on the urinal. Yeah. Great incident.
so he goes, you won't do a shit in the urinal. I went, no, I don't need a poo. And if I would, I'd go to the toilet. And he goes,
Because like normal people.
yeah. And he goes, I've known this guy from growing up. He's probably about 300 metres down the road. He went, as I'm pulling up my fly, ready to go out, he goes, the old Mitch would. So I've come out, my trousers are straight down.
That's all it
I'm doing it. I'm forcing out the cat poo. The cat poo's coming. Now you see a cat poo and it's like, it's no liquid in that, nothing in there. I went,
It was vile.
I've just gone, right, I've done it. And he's laughing. He went, we need to get out here. We need to get to the next pub. So we've gone back to the pub, which I stayed at like months ago.
No, you went for tattoos for Are You from YY?
Yeah, so I've gone, bought some, went to the next pub, bought some t-shirts on the way. New York, Paris, London, YY, it said on the t-shirts. Wouldn't let us get a tattoo because there was plenty of hours wait because obviously everyone was getting a YY tattoo.
Yeah, Are You from YY? Who wouldn't?
And then the bloke comes out 20 minutes later. Right, guys, which one of you cons has done a shit in urinal? And all the boys have gone, oh no, 26 lads. It's like a group of people and my brother's gone.
Yeah, Craig's there, fucking tapped me on the shoulder. Like, it's Craig. He's like,
He's gone.
we all know it was Mitch. Yeah, of course we all
He
know.
goes, I know who that is. Yeah, I know who that is, mate. And he goes, right, you either clean it up or you got to leave. Because all these locals in here, they come here every day.
I've been serving here for 19 years. None of my locals would have done any of this shit. So one of you boys are going to come in and clean this up. It's like,
You know what you should have done? You should have got Rover's keeper to come in and be like, listen, get in here and get that poo
Rover
bag
again.
out. Yeah, Rover's not done.
Bloody Rover!
Rover's not done that again, has he? Oh, fuck's
not
sake.
again.
Didn't he?
Again.
The year after,
That-
'cause
the
obviously
year after, yeah.
he recognised who we were.
Yeah, we went
didn't
back.
he?
Rover recognised him.
Yeah.
The fucking
The
landlord.
owner of the
Who's getting on here?
the YY Hotel. We walked back in. We went in like twos and threes. And once the first 6 or 9 people went in, the guy went, I recognise these boys. One of those shit in the urinal last year. But he couldn't kick us out. And we stayed there.
He did for a bit until he kicks it out.
And then and he stopped serving us and we're like 12:30. But you have to go up then to the stadium. The football's atrocious, but the
Chaos.
teams are class.
Oh, look,
Techno Tibbsy chant.
I'm not gonna
left. He's swiping left.
I'm not gonna lie. Look, 320 a schooner. That's one hell of an invitation. But you're also inviting a different kind of crowd for that kind of price.
That's unbelievable. That's like 150 a pint.
And you can get
my
decent,
God.
decent
Yeah,
beers.
yeah.
as well.
And like
every beer.
good quality shit. You're not drinking Tennants. So.
Every
beer.
But it is 10
Not
a.m.
that Tennants isn't bad.
10 a.m. in the morning.
Like
They're all
380
Scottish
or something,
fans
isn't it?
listening.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Tennants,
It's cheap.
great beer.
It's cheap. It's good.
But it's also 10 a.m. But that's the catch. But it's worth it, isn't it?
So anyone now, it's the last game before Christmas. We always head up. We get the train up about 8:20 from Central Station. It's a great day. A lot of people don't make the game. They just go for the schooners.
It's a day thing, is it? You go for the day and then come back on the night time?
You know, though,
It's just good 2 hours.
why
from Sydney, you know.
has become something of a legend because
The
the
Gorillas
gorilla,
went, didn't they?
Gorillas went on a pre-season do. We play last couple of pre-seasons. We played against a Newcastle team, haven't we? And then on the way back, it's like, why?
The express
Everyone's
train.
steaming. It stops at YY.
Yeah.
Everyone's off in
Yeah.
YY, going in, steaming.
To be fair,
it's
the
an
happy hour.
experience, and it's a fantastic day. It's fantastic. You're gonna get all the boys together. It's one hell of a day session. It's class. It's class.
He tucked up in bed by 9 p.m. and it's happy hour 10 till 12 and 4 till 6 every single day. So you can go away from 12, come back at 4.
Jack Walker's walking through with pants
nothing
down,
on.
pants down, cigging his dick.
To
Smoking
be fair, if you last the whole period,
bunch
you
of
probably
people.
just haven't hit it hard enough.
Class.
Professional. Boom, boom, boom. Want to win the game. Boom. Professional.
But anyway, got married and
Chucky!
Chucky walked in.
Can I just quickly say I've walked in and I have no idea what's going on, but I know what he's saying is incredible. I know within a second. It's incredible.
this is a good
As you were, Mitch. Sorry,
This
as
is
you
probably
were.
better than the wedding, to be fair.
It's great.
The stag do's always better than the wedding anyway.
I'm just so disappointed I wasn't involved in this.
It was nine of us were meant to go to Stansted, to go to Barcelona from Stansted. We were meant to go to Stansted Airport for the stag.
It's just so good. It's
And,
so good.
So we get there. We look. 4 of them are boarded the plane, and we're looking back at the bar doing Jaeger bombs, going. There's still a queue for the gate. Still a queue for the gate, but we're looking at the wrong gate, and we've missed the flight. So 4 of these lads who are all connected to me in some way. So one's from Swansea, one's from London, another one he used to play football with me, and then another lad he's from Swansea as well. But they're not really mates. They're just mates through me. So they're all like 4 weird. It's like a four weird, like it's like the in betweeners being put together, and they're
Just
like
4 of you.
no. So 5 of us have missed the flight
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Mate, this
because
is
we were doing Jaeger bombs, and then one lad he's kicked off in the airport, and he's pushing the woman saying, "Let me on the flight." So then they've gone, "You're banned. You can't not get a flight for the rest of the day." So we've gone back into London, gone on it. My bag got stolen with my passport and euros, so I couldn't get a flight the next day. So then 3 of us were left then. We'd just gone all the way through, and me, the bin man, and the groundsman of West Ham called Jamo.
Obviously, what a big shout out for Bin Man. Licky, I love you,
Oh,
boy.
yeah, so this was...
I've heard about Bin Man.
Oh,
The bin
he's
man.
such a
Chris
legend.
Spittle actually texted me and said, "Ask Mitch about the Bin Man."
he's class.
Legend.
And this is a good
I
story.
I love Bin Man.
So I was living in a house with a girl called Ellie and a boyfriend called Joe, and Joe and Ellie thought I was going away on holiday, but my keys got stolen. So Ellie let me in, but Joe worked in a nightclub. So Joe got in from the nightclub at 4 a.m. in the morning, but Bin Man was staying with me in London, so I was in my bed, and the Bin Man, he had long hair. He looks homeless, and he's
such a
laying on
star.
the sofa, and Joe's walked in. And he's walked into the living room and gone, shit. He's run into his bedroom and went, Ellie, there's an homeless man sleeping on the bed, on the sofa. And they've gone, what? No, it's just Mitch's mate. And he's like, no, Mitch is in Barcelona on his stag. He's like, he's not. He'll explain in the morning. So anyway, we've gone to King's Cross, me, the groundsman from West Ham, and the bin man.
What's happening?
And we've played that game where the first team to score in the 3 o'clock kickoff, so we go there for a night out. And bang, Charlie Daniels has popped up in the 3rd minute. Bournemouth 1-0 versus Sunderland. Yeah. Charlie Daniels, we're off to Bournemouth for the night out. And that was the stag.
Class.
Well, I'll tell you what, boy. We were going to talk about the football, but I feel like as if this podcast is just does not warrant it at all.
It's dissolved.
It's dissolved. It's absolute chaos. Tucky's come back from American Psycho.
How was it, Tucky?
Oh, glorious, mate. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. Not too bad. I would have preferred to be here though, boys, not going to lie. Obviously, I forgot about... I'd actually booked the tickets and I've let you boys down really, but, again... I've put the apology in. I've put it in.
Look, I'm glad you made an appearance. Finally, but,
Pathetic.
Mate, I rushed back from the Opera House to be here. and I've made it.
We've told your mother she's sound.
And I've come in
Lovely
to
woman.
hearing fucking
You're on the
Mitch
zero
spouting
strongs as
bollocks.
well. How's the zero strongs?
Mate, I came in and was like, what the fuck is it?
I think that's just saving grace. The
Steaming.
fact that immediately you opened up the zero
Steaming.
strong. I was like, yes.
You have
I
a
mean,
few
this,
there.
this could go
This guy.
this could go the wrong way, but is it Japanese or Chinese?
Japanese.
That's
Japanese,
very,
yeah.
very cultured of you there, man. Well done, yeah.
What? Because I've read
Japan.
some sort of
Deciphered.
Japanish
Deciphered.
writing.
There you go. There you go. Dragged it right in the mud once again.
Yeah, it's a quote from Deck. That's not my quote. It's a
He's
quote
capable
from
of
Deck.
reciting those
Sorry,
figurines, those figures.
Honkanese is joke.
It's not an Arabic fucking term, but yeah, you can see those lines and figures. It's like, yeah, this is somewhat Japanese. Good man.
I'm hoping you boys have plugged a little bit of Crystal Geth's company.
Oh, mate.
Oh, have we?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
have we?
bad
Okay,
wolf.
I have
I
obviously
just
not
wanted
learned
to-
to stop talking.
Geth, I just wanted to double check
bad
that we've
wolf.
plugged you, enough.
The big wolf.
bad wolf.
The big bad wolf.
The big bad wolf.
wolf. The big bad wolf.
Well, lads, I want to just bring it back to S for football. For anyone still listening, we are Glebe Gorillas are an amateur football team. This week, actually, we have a massive game.
Big game.
A big game,
Big game.
against local rivals, Coogee. And now Coogee, obviously top of the league. They are. Sorry, Jim. What was that?
Nothing.
Jimmy. If you haven't,
Don't start mugging other teams off
you
again.
might, you might have to, you might have to
mate,
send an
this isn't
apology,
okay.
like Tuck, to be honest.
This is one thing.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, I had to apologise.
You got a few of your boys on your team. I'm a bit scared.
Please don't hurt my friend. I'm so sorry.
Please don't patch up on my house.
Tucky, do you want to have a chance to qualify your statement, or what do you want to?
Yeah, I think I'm going to retract it at all.
Retract it.
Obviously, I get looked to be the demon when it was Jimmy who was giving it shit the whole time. But I felt like it was. I felt like it was.
By my
pass the buck tuck.
I
Exactly.
stand by my original statement. I stand by my original statement.
What?
I was in an apologising mood, and I felt like it was right to apologise to Phoenix. I've
Fair play.
torn them to
Yeah,
shreds.
yeah,
I've torn them to
apologies.
shreds.
What I will say is, in fairness and all jokes aside, we've had a big laugh so far, and everyone's been joking around, and we've got Mitch and Geth on and everyone. But yeah, we need to do our very much.
no.
It's not a token.
It's not-
It's not a token message. It's very much meaningful. That like. Respect goes throughout the league. S for everything. Like
Free
we
Palestine.
love all the teams in the league. And boys, if anyone is listening,
it's not Fucks Phoenix anymore because we're not playing them this weekend.
nah,
It's
exactly.
fuck Coogee.
Yeah, it's fuck Coogee. We'll talk about it in a second.
But
But
to get on.
the whole league,
Fair.
all the teams in the league, we wouldn't be able to do anything without the teams in the league. And big up to Esfa in the league as well. They're the main reason. So. Don't you dare ooh Esfa to me when you're giving it. I'm so sorry, Phoenix. I said one thing and I'm really fucking shit me pants now. Oh my god. Is your striker gonna give me an elbow next game? Anyway, all jokes aside, fair play to all the teams in the league. We wouldn't be doing this without you as well because it's all about grassroots football.
And we do
But
want to
that's
get
what
them.
it is.
We do want to get them on.
Most definitely, yeah. Like, it's all about ESFA football and
Yeah,
bringing all
for
the
sure,
people
man.
together and like giving us some people purpose and like this is what it is. It's all bringing people together.
For
having a
sure.
laugh. Especially we come on from a completely different side of the world and you need some kind of connection. Yeah, fuck off, Brisbane. but like,
Geth coast.
but like it is. It's like it's bringing everyone together, giving some people purpose, giving connections, and it
Preach.
is what it is. It's like
Preach.
we bring people together, and that's the whole point of the whole football league. It's
Preach.
like when you got people that come from the other side of the world, don't know anybody, and this is what it is. It brings everyone talking together, giving some chat, giving something like you don't know anyone. You come into a league, and it's like you've instantly had a friendship group and a social connection, and it's fantastic.
big
Like
bad
this
wolf.
big
Straight from the
That
wolf's
is that is exactly what I was trying to say. But the man who has come on from being the sponsor of a Dunbar team, and exactly that's exactly the point I was trying to make, and he's made
Superb.
it wonderfully. By
It's
the way,
all about the Dunbar Wolves.
Don't
And that's
you
why
dare.
Geth,
the Dunbar.
Crystal Geth would like to invite everyone to the Winston Wolf Trophy held in the Geth course next year. And who's going to take away the
Geth
Crystal
Coast.
Cup?
I think we should definitely do
Headbangers
that.
versus
We'll do a
Gorillas.
Crystal Cup up on the Gold Coast.
Six
Let's
aside,
make it happen.
the Crystal Cup in the Geth Coast.
The end of season 2 has been confirmed. So it is Glebe Gorillas squad, travelling squad. It'd be a mixture of both teams.
3 teams.
The ones that can afford to go the flight fares up to Brisbane against Gorillas Headbangers squad that will all definitely be there because they've got fines to pay for the whole flight and
But
Geth.
Is it great? It's like a magic weekend. Rather than the NRL magic weekend in Brisbane, let's have a magic weekend up on the Gold Coast. All the eastern suburbs leagues come together and play a big tournament up on the Gold Coast.
We could
It'd be
actually tie this
fantastic.
into our charity weekend.
And Geth's going to buck out the stadium with all the commission he makes off the old Winston Wolf Talent Solutions.
But it could be the Winston Wolf charity trophy, and it could be all related to mental health and everything that the SFIG
Charity
puts
Crystal
in.
Cup.
But a lot of charities get involved, a lot of clubs get involved. Could be a 7-a-side. Could be we'll let the Wolf decide.
But on the topic of mental health, will the podcast get any commission off the back of any sales you make from this podcast?
Oh, no.
Here comes the commercial director talking
That's
thinking
the
funds,
question.
thinking money.
I think all of that will go back into an incredible
The club.
charity.
Oh, the charity.
See, that's what we
Incredible
wanna hear.
charity. Let's bring it all back up and
Yeah, another
bring
charity,
more
yeah.
awareness into the mental health and bring everyone back into that and support each other and let's talk about our problems that we have and not shy away from any issues that we have and just start having these
I reckon we run with
conversations.
this. I reckon we run with this.
Superb.
I reckon we run with this.
But buys a crate or something at least.
Because that's the hardest part is just opening up. Because it is the biggest challenge is just accepting one, we're not feeling right, we're not feeling good, and knowing that fine, we can talk to each other. It's we can't be 100% all of the fucking time, and it's just when we have got issues, lean into someone and not feeling bad about not being 100% all the time.
Yeah,
100%. And if you do feel bad, just get yourself a strong zero.
$10 in the old red bottle.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm not shying away from it, not getting embarrassed about getting drunk and opening up about things that you feel bad about and opening up about things you're embarrassed about. It's just actually accepting, I'm not 100% all the time.
Oh, definitely Geth.
100%, mate.
Definitely
100%.
Geth.
Hey, for sure.
The more you speak,
sure,
the better everyone's going to feel.
100%.
For everyone.
100%.
Everyone.
And you don't have to do it on a podcast as well. You can just chat to your mates just normally, just.
Yeah, 100%.
But on a serious note, Geth, thank you for raising that.
Yeah, thank you very much, mate. You made the point very valid and very well.
Can I just quickly say as well, there's 3 shirts in the Sir Alex Ferguson that are missing. A Wales shirt, a Swansea shirt and a Headbanger shirt. So can you two sort this or not?
It's funny you should say that. I actually brought you a shirt. It's none of the 3.
It's none of the 3.
None of the 3, but I've got a shirt for you. So, right, I'm going to go and get the shirt if someone wants to describe it.
So this is going to be an ongoing.
This is great podcast material here. We're about to describe.
So all the guests from now on have got to bring.
Oh my dear
shirt.
Lord! Look at this absolute
That's actually
It is
no, you brought that to put on the wall.
Can one person please describe this shirt?
Oh
that Mitch
my
has just,
god!
So is this what year? What year is this, Jimmy? I reckon 2004.
2005?
One
Yeah, I was
person.
gonna say-
Beckham, innit?
It's on the
2003.
2002, 2003 Man United Quinton Fortune shirt.
South African legend, by the way.
So I bought this for the Headbangers end of season trip last year, where you had to draw out a letter of the alphabet, and I picked out Q. So I had Quinton Fortune. So I actually spent the fortune on the kit, but I'm happy to hand it over to the Gorillas on Air podcast. Who wants to be a Gorilla on Air podcast? And appreciate it.
And the Quinton Fortune shirt is going to go straight up on the wall. So any future guest that comes on, I feel like it should be a little
Bring
bit
the
of
noise.
it should be a normal thing. Like you
Bring
come
the
on,
noise.
bring a shirt, put it on the wall.
And the other thing is as well, this is before Shabalala time as well. This is before South Africa World Cup. We're talking Quinton Fortune 2003. When no one knew South African football, and Quinton Fortune was giving it big time for Man United, and everyone knew him as the South African. Him and Stephen Pienaar were the boys in South African football.
I don't think
at
Quinton
the time.
Fortune played for South Africa. I think you fucked up there.
No, he's definitely South African.
Are you sure?
Mate, he's 100% South African.
Okay. All right.
He's 100%. Him and Stephen Pienaar were the boys.
I could see your face and you didn't.
Are you
joking,
mate?
Sure.
Are you joking? Look at you.
But
You're meant to be a
I believe
United
you.
fan.
No, I believe you now.
No,
but
mate. Him and Stephen Pienaar were the boys. That's what I was saying before Shabalala and all that business going on. Him and yeah, that was the crack.
Well, just as we were talking there, the boys were taking pictures of the Quinton Fortune shirt and putting it on Pride of Place on the wall. Thanks, lads, for bringing that in.
be
Appreciate
on
it.
Instagram.
On the Instagram. Lads, it's been a hell of a podcast. I don't know about you, but I've loved every single minute of it. Big thanks to Naz. Final thoughts on the pod this week.
Mate, I'm not even sure what to say, but every week we tell you we don't edit anything. Like you do all the editing, and this week again is like I don't know what editing's going to be needed, but
we don't do any editing.
Good luck with us.
You do
Good
it
luck
all.
with us.
But like whatever editing is needed, like you've been trusted with that. So
It might be out on
Good luck.
Saturday.
Yeah.
not on Friday.
mate, there's so much good content that pick and choose.
Exactly. We're trying to be professional.
Thank you for that.
Professional.
Thank you very much, fellas, for coming on. We've been looking forward to it for a long time. That's my final thoughts.
Yeah.
Cheers, chaps.
Massive thanks, Jimmy. Cheers for coming on.
Thank you.
Tucky, cheers for turning up late.
I can't wait to listen to the start of it because I feel like I'm going to get a lot of shit. But I'm absolutely blessed to be in the presence of Mitch Williams and Big Crystal Geth. What men? Men that you'd go into battle for.
The big bad.
Well,
Big bad wolf.
The Winston Wolf.
well,
Winston Wolf.
yes, and let's give
Winston Wolf.
a huge big thanks to the Winston Wolf for coming down from Queensland for this podcast.
Cheers, Winston. The Winston Wolf.
The big bad wolf.
And last but certainly
big
not
man.
least, a massive thank you for Big Mitch Williams. Cheers for coming on, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thoughts?
Shigabugala. And a very good Eberding.
Legend.
Don't start that.
What a legend.
Shit, man.
You've been listening to Who Wants to Be a Girl on Air. Join us again next week.
The big bad wolf. The big bad wolf. The big bad wolf. The big bad wolf.